All right, why Holley's leak? Hopefully in under 5 minutes I can go through what's going on here. We all know that sometimes from time to time you'll get a Holley that either it pours fuel out of here, okay? So what actually happens? So when, this is off of actually an 85 Mustang, but anyways, same thing. This is a 4160, and I have the changeable metering block there, or the changeable jets in the metering assembly. So what happens is when fuel comes in, okay, it goes through a channel in here, okay, that goes to a threaded portion and then goes to a tapered portion, and then to actually where this O-ring seals up against the body here, okay? So you have a stubborn carburetor that you really can't figure out why it keeps leaking, right? So here's a portion where that O-ring is seating, okay? Now, after a while, if you ran this carb and you put it on the shelf, after a while this gets hard, okay? This O-ring right here gets hard, and when you go to put it back on, it'll leak through, and the pressure coming in will go past this O-ring and keep filling the bowl up, okay? There's one instance. Another instance is, of course, the seed here is hardened. The needle portion here is hardened, and it really can't close off. You could have garbage in there. You can have, just sediment, just rust from the tank, because, whatever. If your fuel filter's coming apart, you could have a little piece stuck in there. And so here's something that you won't see on YouTube, the reason why that these will overflow, okay? When you put an aftermarket block on here like this, okay, when you pass this, or when you, sorry, I just got a text message about the aerial test I took. But anyways, when you replace this with an aftermarket assembly here, and what'll happen is, let me actually get a stock one so I can show you guys. The stock one, okay, is this. All right. It's a specific air bleed. It's a specific main. You really can't change anything, so you got to get rid of this. And you go to an aftermarket. Well, what happens is when you get rid of this, see how thin that is? See how thick that is? It's a little bit of difference there, okay? However, now look at where the jets are. The jets are protruding out more. So not only do you have a thicker block here that pushes everything out, your jets are now sticking out, okay? And what'll happen is, you see that? I hope this comes in. See those marks there? That's hitting the jet. This is pinning the float in a down position, and fuel just comes rushing in here and pours out the overflows, okay? Whether it be from here, or just leaking through the boosters. So what I do, it's a simple fix. You just kind of bend that a little, and it'll shove that float further towards the wall. Make sure it moves freely. Now you can overbend this, okay? And then you'll have a problem over here where it hits the back and it drags, okay? So just be aware of that. I had to find this out the hard way a long time ago, and I actually took the carb off and I threw it, and I took a hammer to it and I got my anger out. So, so however, I ran into it again. So, and I've forgotten what I've learned a long time ago. And, it's just a reminder of, hey, sometimes you forget what you learn if you don't practice it. So here we are. I bent this. It's traveling free now. It's not dragging on the back of the bowl, and it's away from the jet. Okay. And if you keep reusing these gaskets, and this one's been off numerous times, this will actually collapse the gasket, and it'll get closer and closer and closer every time you reuse it. So just something to think about, and hopefully, that helps someone. So catch you on the flip.